I want to welcome everyone, finally, and again, to Tea Time with Terry. This week, part 2 of The Light, Why Artists Live in the Desert. I want to introduce my co-host, Terry Ray.
Hi, Terry Hastings.
Hello, and how are you? How's your butch housework going?
Oh my God, I am so butch. But if you had seen me just 30 minutes ago, I was disgusting, covered in paint and butch grime. But now I'm all clean, and I only have like 3 or 4 more days, and I'm done with this.
Okay.
Then I'm back to being a non-calloused actor, writer who doesn't do anything manual labor anymore.
Good. Okay. Well, then let's get going. We actually have quite a bit to get to today. So here we go. We're going to start right off with some Chris Hauser. Hang on, I lost everybody. Come back.
We see you.
I know. Let's see. I'm pressing the wrong buttons, that's all.
Oh.
Now we're there. That's a little bit better. Wait, we almost got it. Come on, open up. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, it's a very cool piece. I like this.
Mm-hmm. We've got some paint and some photos because those flowers look like photos in the vases. And we've got some fun paint.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
Chris, are you here? I'm just going to shout out because I can't see the whole crowd of everybody here as I do this. So, but some fun. And then this one I love of Chris's.
Wow.
Great geometry.
Great colors.
Yeah. Very desert.
Yeah. Oh, no, I love that. So what's our theme again? Is our theme the light thing?
Yep. We're still on the light and the desert and why we live here. Why do we live here?
To have a house with those kind of colors. That's why.
Exactly. So.
That's beautiful. Whoa.
And then Connie.
I like that.
That is neat.
Mm-hmm.
Andreas Canyon, that's a real place?
Yes.
It is a real place.
It's all tropical like that?
No.
Well, I think this is more of an oasis.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where the palm trees all just crowd around and get the water.
That's where you put your camel to bed?
Yep, exactly.
Yes.
Wow.
Exactly.
So
you can go South Palm Springs. If you take South Palm Canyon all the way back to the Indian reservation, you get to a place like this as well. They've got running water and trees and all that sort of fun stuff.
That's wild.
I know. Water in the desert.
Stalk an artist to know where all the good places are.
We have a little siesta here. Great light.
Neat.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh.
Our lovely Diane Morgan. Diane, are you here yet? She usually shows up.
Those reds are amazing, and the colors are great.
Yeah. Well, and this is an oil, so you get a lot more saturation of color and stuff like that in oils.
Mm.
But it's just, yeah. Who was that?
Somebody's screen photo.
Who's taking pictures?
California commutes.
Yep, as you have to drive into the sunset looking at that light.
Yeah. She's got light traffic, though.
Yes. Here she comes now.
Oh, yay.
Wait, we'll hold on just a moment. Let her get set up. Diane, are you here?
I'm here.
There you are. We were just looking at your pieces.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I was on another Zoom and I forgot. I got a little late start.
It's okay. Nope, you're just in time.
Oh, good.
We were just raving on your colors.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, because we had shown. Let's see. Come back here. There we go. This one there. Is this? Where is this up in Joshua Tree or?
No, it's at the Living Desert, like maybe 15 years ago. The last big bloom that we had until recently.
Oh, okay.
Hello, may I ask a question?
We'll let you. Yes.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Hi, Diane. Carol here.
Hi, Carol.
The mountains are so timely. It looks, like the fire is just creeping up over the back.
Oh,
of
yeah, you're right. Although it wasn't a fire on that day, but
So there's such a juxtaposition between then and now, and you just captured it. It's very, very good. Thank you.
thank you.
Mhm. And then another one of your commute pieces.
That's Fred Waring. We're at Dead Ends at 111.
Wow.
Okay. Yep.
This is my first commuter traffic painting I've ever seen.
And then
Ooh, wow.
Lane.
Winter count year 1. But this is so cool. What is this? I need more.
Digital painting. So she created this digitally. I was just about to go, and there she is now. It's the wrong Elaine that just chimed in. I think she started with a photo, and then she loves to just work her magic digitally on the computer.
Wow. Huh.
So
Oh,
here's another one.
Look at that.
wow.
So
It looks like an alien, but a really nice, cool one. Is there like a face in the center? A couple faces.
right, I'm thinking it's some like Russian doll that she started with.
Oh, a Kachina, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, Kachina. Okay, gotcha.
and then just went crazy with it.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes, answer.
Who's the artist that does those sound suits where the person jumps up and down and the
I know what you mean. I love those.
yeah, the sound suits. This reminds me of his work. You can just see the feet at the bottom and the person. He so famous, and they're called sound suits. And these big.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but I forgot his name. This is Elaine.
It's Nick Cave.
Yes, Nick Cage. This reminds me so
Cave,
much.
like
Cave.
a hole in a cliff.
Cave, right? It reminds me so much of his. This is gorgeous, Elaine.
Thank you. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yep. No, tell us about this. How did this start?
To explain what the work is. First, this one, it's a Kachina, and it's a spirit. And it belongs to the Pueblo cosmology, and it's part of the religious practices. And it originally was a painting, not a painting, but it was a photograph of leaves in a lake in autumn.
Wow.
And that was just a takeoff from the beginning. These are digital paintings. This one took me, I'd say, easily 85 hours to do. They're very complicated and complex, and when you see them in their 72 by 40 inch size, you could appreciate what the eyes look like, and they're very commanding. The first one, though, I don't know if you could go back to that, Terry, but that's called Winter Count, Year 1. And winter counts were done by the Oglala Sioux Indians. And what they would do is they would take the hide from an animal, and they would use it as their palette to paint on. And they would elect one person in their tribe to be the winter count keeper. And this is the first, it's called Winter Count, the arrival of time, because this is the way the Indians, the Native Americans, mark time. And what the job of the Wintertown keeper was to record one event that happened in that year that was the most important event to mark the year for the tribe. So, and then they would do this drawing and put it on the hide. So one hide could be up for, let's say, 50 years until all the drawings were on the hide. And this was also the reflection of leaves in the water originally. And I turned it into this painting, a digital painting.
Nice.
That is amazing.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get the idea to do that?
Things just come to me. It's just, I like to study history and Native Americans and mythology, and I'm always reading and thinking, and then I just express it.
Wow. Neat.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
This is the first time I was ever on a Zoom meeting that I figured it out. So I didn't even know if I was on, I wasn't on, what was going on.
You
Right.
can get your camera on too.
Yeah.
So,
This is a photograph that was taken at a Cabot's Museum in Desert Hot Springs.
okay.
That is, huh,
Nice, nice.
very cool.
Thank
And
you.
now we've got Anna and the agave. Joan, are you here? She's shown up every now and then.
Is
We'll give
Anna
her-
the hummingbird?
We'll give her some time. But here's our classic little hummingbird friend.
Who I guess is named Anna.
Right. But,
There's a type of a hummingbird called an Anna's something.
oh, okay.
Oh,
Thought she stopped to chat for a while. Hi, I'm
her
Anna.
name.
I love your agaves.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What?
And then we have the taxi cab. He's just giving a ride to his friend.
Yes. Crawl into my mouth. I won't press down, I promise.
Right, exactly.
That's what you tell your children.
So they call these lizards desert prince, the big ones? Or is it just his status?
I think, yes, he just is the desert prince.
Oh. It's a fine looking prince.
Yes.
Rainbow rocks.
Yep. Here's some fun paint, even almost finger painting or something like that. I see so much texture and stuff in it.
Yeah, it looks really 3D.
wow.
So,
I like it.
yeah.
Yeah, really nice.
Juliet, are you here? I don't think I've ever seen her join us. I'm not sure. And then here's her Indian Canyon.
Wow. Oil on board.
Must be springtime with the flowers blooming.
Very nice.
Oh, Kevin, here we go. Another one of these.
Yep, that one is, for those of you who weren't here last time, this is clay. And they're built with small coils that I roll out, coils about the size of my thumb, and then I just form them to these spherical shapes. So far spherical. I'm working on some other forms now, but on this one, and then what I do is I fire the piece, and then I take it out and I crack it. I smash it on a towel on the studio floor, and it breaks into these shards, and then I paint the shards and fire them again and glue them all back together. So that's the process. And it's a pretty serendipitous process because you don't know necessarily what's going to go next to what. You know, it's complicated to, and it works mostly all the time wonderfully, but occasionally, you know, it doesn't work for me. It might work for somebody else, but mostly it works, and partly because of the color choices. And this one was done for a collector up in the San Francisco Bay Area, who her whole house, she only likes from white to black. So and browns, beiges and browns. That's all she has. And she has a lot of artwork. She has a large yard grounds as well. So she said, I love them, but I want, I'm using bright colors to your topic here about light. I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area for about 35 years. And, while it's light up there, it's not like here. When I came down here, I loved the brightness of the light. And so I moved into a really fun, bright color palette over the since I started working here. And so it was, when she asked me to do it, I thought, oh darn, I've got to go back to these muted colors or more earthy colors. But it turned out to be really fun. And I develop all my own colors, so it's fun and delicious to make those. So.
Wow. So those gray stripes that lined up just happened to line up.
They just happen to line up wherever they line up, right? So
amazing.
The brown, I don't know whether it's going to be a gray one or a brown one or a black one next to each other. And that's the fun, not knowing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think this is so unique. I was bragging about this to somebody because I'm like, I don't know how you thought to do this. I think it's really cool.
Oh, really? Well, thank you. It's not original by any means. If you go to a lot of Native American museums or museums that have works, the conservators have been doing it for a long, long time. And then there was a guy in Santa Fe who started doing it many, many years ago. He's sadly died since then, who also did it. So it's not original, but everything is different. And so, for instance, I'm working quite large. That's 20 by 18 or something. For clay, that's big. And it's more complicated because you've got to figure out the real challenge here is gluing that back together so it actually goes together properly without having huge gaps. I don't mind a gap here and there. It's happened, but it's more challenging. So every time you do it, you got to figure it out. And that's what I'm doing.
Carol?
Yes, that's what I wanted to ask you, Kevin. What do you do when there are gaps and divots and, just little crumbles left? How do you fill in?
Yeah. Well, sometimes I like them, and so I leave them. If I think, oh, it's not, it adds a little something. And then if not, I've used various things in the past, but I found a wood filler that works really well.
Oh.
Now, that's because there's no post-firing once you glue these together.
Right.
You can't do that. I've had a lot of requests for large outdoor pieces. And so I'm working now on a whole different, it's a whole different chemistry that I have to do because they have to have some clear glaze on them. This does not. And then I can't be putting wood filler in, on a glazed piece. So I'll have to figure that out when I come to it. But right now it's a wood filler that I fill in. Just, there's still lots of little marks you can see. I want the character to show. I want it. Although I think it's beautiful, they have been smashed. So they've gone through a lot of destruction and horrible things, So I don't want that to disappear completely. But so I do leave some gap and what have you. So.
Thank you. And I have one more question. How much does this piece weigh?
I should remember because I had it shipped by that art collective. Tyler Burton turned me on to that art collective. I think it's called the Art Collective. And I think it was 30 pounds of clay. So it's a lot of clay because it's large,
Right.
And that's after being fired as well.
Is it
so
solid?
It's much lighter after it's fired. So, but I have to make them thick enough so that you can glue them back together. I mean, I have to have something, one part to glue to another part. So that's about it.
Beautiful work.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Carol.
There's a bright desert color.
Yeah, those are the bright colors. So same thing, only colors that are making my heart sing right now.
Right. And what you're wearing.
And I'm always I rode by. I ride my bike every day. I rode by this guy yesterday on my bike, and we waved at each other, and all of a sudden he goes, Kevin, and I turned around. It was a friend of mine, a good friend of ours that we don't see nobody sees each other, and he said, the only reason I recognized you was your bright colors. Oh, good.
Exactly. We all need something now.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Danny Heller, our guest from last week. Danny couldn't make it this week, but here's one of his paintings.
That is
That's
beautiful.
painting?
That's a painting, yes.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Wow.
Huh.
So,
That's intense.
Really true. I mean, is it gigantic? Is it, the dimensions are off the page?
yeah, no, I actually didn't put the dimensions because he only just sent me the photos.
Oh,
Let's see. No, his work is usually medium sized. I would guess this is like 24 by 20.
okay.
Wow.
He
That's
doesn't-
just a really fine canvas, a smooth canvas. It's so smooth.
yeah. Yeah, he shows at the Big Palm Springs Art Show at the Convention Center every year. He is shown in Santa Monica. He's got a gallery that represents him in Santa Monica and a gallery that represents him in New York City.
Wow.
And he just specializes in modernism architecture. So he does a lot of the desert work. When he went back to New York, he would paint a lot of the skyscrapers that were built in the modernist style. I've seen his paintings of, like, at LAX, that big, that
The
thing in the middle of LAX.
Yeah. The Jetsons thing.
The Jetsons thing. And then now he's been doing stuff for Disney as well. So he didn't toot his horn quite as loudly as he should have last week, but I will for him. That's kind of why I wanted to get him on here and stuff like that, because he does such great work.
Wow.
Terry, are these oils?
I can't say.
Oh.
I'd look it up. Let's see, where can I look it up without destroying everything?
That's okay if you don't have
Yeah.
that. Wow.
I think if you go to DannyHeller.com, you could probably find it.
Wow.
And then he always works in the cars as well.
Very cool.
Yeah,
God.
yeah. Speaking of,
Wow.
and then last week we were talking about the sky, the bright, bright blue sky that we have here in the desert and things like that. So,
Yeah.
That's amazing. Oh God.
Wow.
Jesus.
mm-hmm. So,
Very beautiful.
yes. Yeah, no, we only got last week. He just got to show a few things up to the camera, but it's just like now we finally got to see him.
Would you call this photorealism or realism, or how could you categorize it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. If you, I've seen
super realism, maybe.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you think he projects an image onto the canvas? That he starts with the photo?
I'm sure he starts with a photo. I don't know if he does any projecting. Because all of these, you pretty much have to run around and take pictures of everything, like, especially like the New York and LA stuff.
So many straight lines. That would be.
Well, that's what's nice about modernism, working in that, style of architecture is.
Certainly his previous painting you showed would be photorealistic. This seems a little more fuzzy around the edges, but I like them both.
Right. Yeah. There's a little blur. It's not. I've seen really photorealistic paintings before. This still gives a little hint of paint.
The shrubberies have a little.
Also with the chrome on the car bumper really, just looked like a photograph. Or maybe the one before that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When you can actually see the
Reflections.
the detail of the reflection.
How do you
The
paint that?
palm tree in the back?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It
Wow.
seems like he really works with the idea of light, shadow and light a lot.
Yeah.
Hmm?
So that was Danny's work up close and personal. And now we've got Kai with the Ocotillo.
Love it.
Yep. Beautiful light. I mean, this has got to be early morning soft light.
And that's a wild one.
Yep. In like February, March. When
Yeah,
it's
with a
full
little
bloom and flowering.
March, April.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd never seen this plant before until moving to the desert. And you're like, why are there dead sticks in the yard?
I have one in my front yard. I thought I killed it like 6 times until it keeps coming back to life. I'm like, oh my God.
Same reaction.
Mm-hmm. So
Wow, there's some light.
there's some light, exactly. You can actually see the light. Fun.
It's like the Rose Bowl when you have your floats. This one, like, this is the theme floats. It captures the theme of light.
Right.
By the way, if you guys haven't hiked in Painted Canyon, it is stunning.
Wow.
That's an actual place south of here.
And that's where this is. Okay.
Yeah,
Painted
Painted
Canyon.
Canyon.
Nice. And Lori's Sunset Sandstorm.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
Terry, you can see again down in the corner where she rips the canvas and then sews it back together again.
That's what's going on. Yeah.
Oh, wow. What a cool idea.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yep.
So creative.
Very, very outside of the box.
Yep. She does that.
Good.
Us Minnesota people do that.
Wow. Felted wool and silk. Huh.
So yeah, so the silk and the felted wool must be in those gashes and the resewing. Yes, Carol.
And she does use the metallic threads to resew, and a lot on the stalks. I think that's a lot of beadwork too. Just like at the bottom right are the cactus-looking things. Those are beads. She collects beads from all over. So it's metallic threads and the pounded felt, and then the beading. And I don't know how she gets that intense color. It's fabulous.
Right.
Wow.
Where is
Lori was actually a finalist for Project Runway.
Yes.
She almost made it. She almost made it on the show. Got cut in the last final cut.
Huh.
Right.
Where is the felt in this? I missed that part. Is that in the sutures?
It's all felt. It's pounded wool. It's
that's the
No
pounded
canvas.
That's
There's no canvas. It's just
cool.
pounded
Right.
wool.
right.
Wow. That's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Ooh, there we go.
Huh.
And Miguel, who painted my sandals, as we saw earlier. And then we saw with the last show, not the last show, just the last show. We're not talking about last week. He did the dots, all those dot.
Oh yeah.
So this is a little more softer, more lyrical work.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice word, Terry. Lyrical word.
Lyrical? Yes, I know. I pulled that one out.
That's really cool. I'm going to write that down.
Well, he's a composer, so he's combining his skills with music.
Well, and we've next October is the music theme for art. So yes, I'll be talking a lot about lyrics. So
Majesty.
yeah.
Wow.
Big line of palm trees. And then we get even bigger.
Oh, that's
Magnificent. Wow.
Oh,
Those are really neat.
nice bold colors there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the colors are crazy. The reds, the blues.
And then just all the lines. You've got the background giving you, the horizontal lines, and then the trees giving you all the vertical lines.
Yeah,
horizontal.
I
It's
can't believe he's
wonderful.
only charging $350 for that one.
Hurry up and get it while you can.
Yeah.
Great.
And
Ooh.
now we've got
Ah.
Nancy's.
Fancy.
I saw that you're here, Nancy.
I like it. Look at those little stones.
Very nice. So
What are
these-
all the pieces, Nancy?
Yeah, tell us.
Was inspired by a challenge we have with our Ripped and Torn group, and that was to be inspired by Van Gogh and Roots and Trees, which was his last painting or last known painting. So I have the trunk of a palm. You don't see any of the foliage, just the cut off parts. It's done with a grocery bag, and I molded it and shaped it and used a lot of medium to make the ridges, so it's quite three-dimensional.
The tree is a grocery bag.
The tree, yes.
That's amazing.
Then the
What store?
Pardon me?
What store? Is it Vaughn's or Ralph's? It makes a difference.
Sorry, I can't tell you that. It's a top secret. And then the sky obviously is trying to mimic or be inspired by Van Gogh's Starry Night.
Well done.
And the mountain is actually aluminum foil, the darkest one in the foreground.
Wow.
And then the ground is crackle paste that I went through and did twice. Once to get overall texture, and then I added all the little pebbles, and then added some more crackle paste to make them seem more embedded in the surface. So I went out and looked at my tree in the front yard, which is breaking at the base because of being confined in a space with big rocks and stonework. And so that intrigued me because it reminded me of roots, and you could actually see the roots inside the tree because it's got so many little fibers. So those beige areas near the rocks are actually jute that I unwove to give it to look like the roots of the tree.
Oh.
You really did it right. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, this is really well constructed. And the jute, did you glue it down or did you paint it down?
I used a matte medium to glue it down.
Okay.
Wow.
So I'm loving what I'm doing with that group because it really forces me to think a lot. There's a lot of sleepless nights when I can't fall asleep, then I try to figure out what I'm going to do.
Amazing. Does the foil mountain, does it have a little bit of a shine to it in real life?
Yes, there's a,
Wow.
I tried to glaze over most of it so you couldn't see it too bright, but it does give kind of that texture and a little bit of a sheen. And then Van Gogh used Prussian blue to outline things, so you can see where I outlined the tree and the mountains.
Great job.
Had to go and buy another color paint, you know. And I'm loving the Prussian blue. I'm using it now in several pieces since I made this one.
Have you ever used a plastic bag in a painting before? What made you do that?
I have. I've also used it just for the texture, where you put it in wet paint, and then before the paint has an opportunity to dry, you peel it off, and it'll leave a texture to it.
Huh.
Oh, well,
So there's a lot of play.
You clever artists you're all so clever.
Nice. Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome.
Okay, now we're on to my friend David Seif. He's a New York artist. He got his degree at the Chicago Institute of Art. He was out here last November teaching here at UCR Palm Desert, our collage class that we had. And so whenever David comes to visit, he always remarks about the light. And this is actually kind of why this whole theme got started, because he would just tell me every day what gorgeous the sunrise was and what beautiful dusk was. And so this is at my place, because he stayed with me last November, pre-COVID. And he would wake up at 5:30 every day. And so then eventually I woke up at 5:30 every day. And so he took this photo, and then he took all these photos back with him to New York. And then so here is just a little study from that. Actually, here I can put them both together. So you can see just how, just a little bit of fun, few different colors, rip up some paper and go.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially when, dig into the clouds and just the way I think he paints the background and then glues the construction paper on.
Very cool. They really caught the colors,
Right.
Yeah.
And so from there, he does a little color story.
What?
And so he just extrapolates all the colors out into little grid form and plays with them and looks at what color next to another color does. Just analyzes all the different colors together. And then he comes up with that.
What's his name?
David Seif, S-E-I-F.
So this is a whole chain from the same photo.
Yep, exactly.
Inspired by the same photo.
Yep.
Wow. What a great riff. The whole thing is just like a whole story.
Exactly. And David's great like that. He will actually talk your ear off if you let him. And so I was just like, David, you can only have 3 minutes. He's like, I could never talk that little.
So he brought oil or what?
This is a mix of paper and I think watercolor. I don't think he works in oil.
Does he live in Manhattan, you said?
Yep.
So he brought those colors from the sky and it gradually became Manhattan.
Kind of, yeah. Or I could say he took our mountains and our architecture and blended it all together.
Cool.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I miss him.
I'll tell him hi.
Okay.
You guys we all went to dinner one night and they all found out that 5 of them all lived a block from each other in Chicago. And so they all talked Chicago all night long and I just sat drinking my margaritas.
And you did that well.
He's rehearsed.
Right. Exactly. And then now here is sunset. And this was taken right outside UCR Palm Desert campus.
Oh.
So as he's leaving teaching one day, he snaps a few photos. So now we get this.
Boy, here we go.
I know, exactly. Let's go for the
your
ride.
team. Let's see.
Which then goes into that.
Oh.
And then that goes, there you can see the 2 together.
Yes.
And then he worked them into there.
Wow.
Terry, did he show in Manhattan?
Yeah.
In his loft, mostly.
In his loft. Oh.
Yeah, his partner is a professional violist, and they have they'll have little indoor concerts. At least they used to have chamber concerts because he's got this just big old loft. It's gorgeous. I love visiting there. He hangs the whole place with his art, and then they have live music and it's
Salon.
Yeah, it's a salon. He does a true salon.
Wow.
So, but okay, so that's David.
Love it.
Yeah,
Very
you can find him on Facebook. That's probably the easiest way to get a hold of him. He doesn't really have a website like other people I know, Carol. But I'm another one that keeps pushing him out there. I was just like, you can't keep hiding this. You got to get this out there. So, okay, we're
Now
gonna.
the size of his pieces,
What's that?
the size of that last piece.
That's about. Let's see. I would medium 16 by 24. He works, like a construction paper piece of size usually. I'm gonna hopefully get him in for December's show. He sent me a piece about repeating shapes and things, and so he did a lot of fun collage pieces. He'll take 5 pieces of paper, cut out the same shape, with all at the same time, and then glue them together. So I can't wait to show you those pieces as well. So, but I'll get him on the show. I'll finally talk him into it one of these days. Moving on to Robert's After the Rain.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Big.
You can see a little bit of maybe rain still happening there.
Right, exactly. It just left.
Oh, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I need to spell the word panorama a little better, but it was late.
That's how you spell it during a pandemic.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
The pan is silent.
As in pandemic.
Right. Now Ron Williams.
Wow.
Apple Fire Sense. Oh, wow.
So this is recent.
Yeah.
Apple Fire, yeah.
That's very current.
That is high drama.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
Yup. And it's got this one.
Oh.
Yup. The one thing nice about fires are the sunsets that we get.
Wow.
I also like the wind, the way that we're going.
Right.
And just the little bits of light on the tree trunks. Just a little.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's great.
Beautiful. Does he do anything with the color, or is that just, does he enhance the color?
I have a feeling he might hit that contrast button or the saturation button just a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So
I really love that the movement of the sky is very dramatic. But the trees at the bottom, there's something very sensual about how they are also moving, but in a different way, not so violent or something.
Right.
Right. That is a beautiful piece.
Yes. Let's see.
Oh.
More Steel Magnolias by Stephen. Couple more.
So cool.
Again, he just takes multiple photos and then just overlays them on top of each other.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
There. I like the title there. There.
There.
There. That would be really cool if it actually looked like that in real life. It'd be
right.
The amazing thing about the windmills like that is they kind of look like this mid-century design, and that you see, and clocks and paintings and
that star.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stephen Clatter's Coachella Mountains.
Oh, Stephen.
That's a
I think this is Stephen's first time entering some art with us online.
Yay.
He's been in our shows before, but he hasn't been online with us yet. So
a lot of texture going on.
Yeah, a lot.
I'm intrigued to know how he did that with acrylic. That's unusual. The texture.
Mm-hmm.
It's very unusual.
Looks like an Ansem Kiefer.
Let's see.
Wow.
Okay,
Nice.
Carrie Graber. She's my other one of my favorite Palm Springs artists.
Wow.
That is really
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
That car.
So we're outside the
Parker.
the Parker. Yep. That wall. Can you imagine just trying to paint that
Oh.
wall?
It's like Audrey Hepburn, but the wind was bad on her hat.
Right. Well,
That
I
wall
think
is
she
clear.
said she doesn't like to paint faces. So and as long for me also as a photographer, I usually don't like anyone looking at the camera. So you don't want to deal with somebody looking right at your person. So, but she's got that. She's got great light. She's got great motion.
Adams.
Yeah,
So,
really.
but now she's a little more painterly versus Danny was a little more photorealistic.
What's her name again?
Carrie Graber, CarrieGraber, and that's her website too, carriegraber.com. She used to sell at Haya's Gallery. I don't know where she's showing at now, or if she's landed another gallery yet locally.
The
Really?
person in the back at the doorway is kind of an interesting addition.
Right.
You know, it's kind of an editorial comment. I mean, he looks like he's not white, and she definitely looks white.
Right. And he's like the valet or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
so-
Staff, some kind of
Add
staff.
some dynamism to the picture.
Right, exactly. And then-
Ooh,
Hi.
Oh, wow.
Well done.
Yep.
beautiful.
This is the famed Gand House, if anybody's been there, of the Gand band.
Oh, that's their house?
That's their house. They got, I forget which celebrity owned this to begin with. I actually just did a photo shoot there not that long ago.
Hmm.
And
Did
what's
you wear gold boots? Because those are nice.
no, the boots were put away for the season. So what I love about this house is the pool, you see, goes right up to the house.
Right.
Right inside is below. So that window opens and there's a bar right there. So it's a swim up bar.
Oh.
It's sort of a sunken bar
Yeah. If they've got that
inside. Yeah.
sunken conversation pit for the whole back of the house.
Huh.
It's all stairs. I don't know how anybody doesn't trip and fall with their drinks constantly in that house, but it's pretty amazing otherwise. And they've got a little place to sit in the pool, but yeah, it's nice. But this piece is also a dramatic representation. The mountains are just to the left, no, right?
Right.
So this is sunset. She's catching the last bit of sunset. Well, for our last bit of sunset, even though it's really quite bright still.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Oh.
Huh.
Again,
So
just
pretty.
yep,
And the light is like so good on this.
exactly.
Fabulous.
Yeah,
Oh, especially the light in that hair. That's amazing.
yeah, yeah. Where the really bright highlights at the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all over too. Jeez.
Yeah.
Is this watercolor? Oil.
Is it oil?
I'm
Okay.
sure it's oil.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
Wow. Well done.
So pretty. Look at that.
It's
Diana-
me.
I know.
You look great.
I like how this goes back to Diane's highway piece, that really bright, sun coming
Uh-huh.
through. Similar also to that painted canyon where the light is just washing it all out, giving it.
Yeah.
So.
Citizen painting.
Mm-hmm.
Very photorealistic. Wow. Impressive.
Yeah.
Do you know what the sizes are on her work?
Medium, large, I would say like 24 by 36-ish, maybe up to 40. Right in that, I guess, medium. I'm not a painter, but I think that's medium.
I could see her work as being large.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah, no, it's not huge, but it's, yeah.
Do you know how much she charges for her pieces?
Well, I think, no. I mean, it's a couple thousand. I know she's doing prints now as well, so you don't have to go super crazy on the budget if that's what you're trying to do. But yeah. Let's see. And then this night piece.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that,
Yeah. So
is that also oil?
I would think so.
Yeah.
That's light.
Yep.
Beautiful.
That is like
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Any
It
idea?
makes life look so perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's hard to tell where the piece starts and stops.
Oh yeah. It's a skinny piece. I mean,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Do you know?
It's a long, skinny piece. So, I mean, you'd have to go online to see what it is. But I'm going to say it's only like 12 to 18 inches tall.
Oh.
And then like 36 to 40 inches wide. And then I also, she works in LA a lot. And I know this isn't the desert, but I really loved this piece.
Very famous house too.
Yeah. She does, she done a lot of photo work here. And so she does a lot of paintings from this. And again, it's still mid-century modern. It's classic. I love the reflection on the pool, the black on purple, reflections.
So cool.
Yeah. So that's Carrie's work. And I personally have been inspired by her, and I love her light, that I took this photo. I created this.
This is a photo. Nice.
Yeah, this is now my photo.
Oh, wow. This is gorgeous.
Yeah.
But in her style,
Right.
dramatic light. So, and occasionally when I do real estate photos, and if I do some shots at night with some really great lights, I'll send them to her going, here, if you need some new ideas or locations for paintings.
Well, Terry, I can see that would sell the house very rapidly.
That's called staging, right? It's called staging.
Right.
Does it come fully furnished?
Apparently.
And actually, Diane, you forced me to find this one because you sent me that link to the
stories?
The story contest.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Right. So I was just like, oh, wait, I can throw this in the show. Meanwhile, here's more of my work.
Wonderful.
It's really beautiful.
That's my friend Alan. He designed the logo for this show.
Oh,
Great logo.
Yep.
Is that an actual real piece of fabric?
Yep, it's 15 yards.
15 yards of fabric? Whoa.
Yep.
That's like a first down, I think, if we talk sports.
Good job. You got to stop flipping those houses, Terry. You're getting way too butch.
Where are those dunes? Is that the Kelso Dunes or?
Oh, no, that's just north of town. That's north of Palm
Okay,
Springs.
just out there.
That tiny little dune out where you rent the four wheels.
Right.
Yep.
We all walk naked there with long pieces of cloth. Everybody.
Right.
It's
Hasn't
just north of Palm Springs.
Yep.
Yes.
Really?
North
Right
side.
where 111 meets the 10. You have to park on the road off of 111 that turns to take you to Whitewater.
Oh, that area.
Yeah,
Okay.
way
It's
up there.
Tipton Road, yeah.
Yep, exactly.
That is a beautiful piece. I
Yeah,
love the way the wind caught it. You
Yeah.
must have been waiting for just the right day.
no, well, I've been doing this for quite a few years,
Oh
so.
my God, right? That's fantastic.
That's a leap.
And you don't get any push off of sand. So,
How high up is he?
I mean, he's up there.
He's got to be 5 or 6 feet.
Well, the trick is though, I am way
You're
down.
damn low, right?
I'm low. So that adds dimension to it. So
He looks like an athlete, so.
Yeah.
he's a dancer, yes.
Too bad he doesn't have any muscles in his behind.
Right, exactly.
He's got sand on his knees.
Right.
I
What
think
was he
probably just
doing
that's one of
before
many.
the photo?
Say again?
There we go. Are we back?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, good. Everybody froze up on me for just a moment.
Oh.
Okay, let's keep going.
Oh,
That's nice.
yes, very nice.
Cool.
Yeah. Tim, are you here? I thought I saw you come in.
Here.
Yeah.
I am here. So this is something that I've been doing a lot of this lately, but I'll work on a painting and then put it away for a couple of years. And then you go back and look at it and say, oh, now I know what needs to happen next.
Wow.
And that's the case of this. So before my husband and I moved down here from San Francisco, we would come here 3 or 4 times a year. We had a place we stayed in. And it had a view, I think I was near Ramon and Sunrise, and had a view to the south. And I would sit on the deck in the morning and sketch and whatever. And so I started this in San Francisco probably in 2006 or 2008, and then put it away. And then when we moved down here, I pulled it out and started to play with it more and enhance it and add to the colors.
Nice.
Mostly that was color and definition is what I did after I got down here.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I would say then we moved down here in 2015. I would say I probably finished this in 16 or so.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
You were able to keep this safe. It's a large piece. You were able to keep it safe for that many years without it being damaged?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Well, it's not the only one like it. What I've been doing lately, I'm in the middle of this now. I had a diptych the same size. The 2 canvases were 12 by, I think those are 12 by 36. And I looked at them and decided I needed to redo them. So I tore them apart and I'm putting them back together. And I'm doing some stitching and some painting and taking pieces of one canvas and stitching it onto another and that sort of thing. And so it's been interesting for me to see something that I did a while ago that I liked but didn't feel was finished. And I'm glad I'm able to put it away, you know, and peek at it once in a while.
Yeah.
Until something kind of hits me and says, oh, now I know what to do.
Mm.
And so that's what.
I like a little of that magenta color coming in.
Yes.
And it surprises me because it seems to be that's the only place. And yet I find that comfortable.
Right.
I tend to like everything in 3s. It's just a bad habit of mine. So to see you use it once, I'll have to keep that in mind. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. For me, it's all about the colors of the desert. That's what, the colors of the Bay Area were one thing. We lived near the ocean, so we had all of that kind of light. But down here, it's all so different and beautiful. So, that's what I've been loving about this kind of work, these rich tones that we see sometimes in the morning. if up early enough.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
Wow. Good perspective.
Borrego, yeah.
Beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Oh,
Desert essence.
Veronique's.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
Is it-
The,
how do you pronounce her last name? Is it Branger or Branger?
I'm gonna say
Branger. I think.
it's a hard G.
I don't think so.
I think it's Branger.
Well, probably French. Well, she's French, but her husband isn't.
Right.
So it could be a Branger for all we know.
Right. So
Lovely.
it's an aloe plant or something, a yucca plant.
Oh, okay.
At least that's what I see.
Mm-hmm.
The
It's
repeating.
a beautiful piece.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And it has so much energy. I like the energy.
Right. There's movement in it.
Yeah, it feels like it's moving, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
That looks like it's painted on the side of a wall. So
Right.
it does.
Like a mural.
We'll have to ask Veronique how she got that texture.
Veronique used to be a muralist.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. It looks like the mouth of a whale to me.
No, it's the aloe plant again.
Oh, is it aloe plant?
I
Got
like
it.
the little drops of water.
A whale eating an aloe plant.
Yeah. Or a whale with bad gums.
Right. Okay. Well, there we are.
And now we
oh,
know what the guy who did this logo looks like with cloth.
Exactly. Exactly. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Ew, that was
Thank you
well
very
done.
much.
Thank you.
Our next show is October
Thank you,
8th.
Terry.
Actually 2 weeks from now. I thought I put it 1 week. It's 2 weeks from now because October is so long. If anybody wants to still enter more music pieces, I've got plenty of space. Otherwise, I'll be showing videos from Clown TV and so.
I had a question about the canyon that Mark Kendrick said the walk was so nice there.
Yeah.
Which canyon is that, Mark?
It's actually called Painted Canyon, and it's about 2 hours south of here. It's
It's in the Box Canyon Wilderness area of the BLM.
Yeah,
I tried to
exactly.
find it a couple days ago, and my friend and I gave up because it was too hot.
Yeah, you don't want to go right now, that's for sure. But it is just one of the most beautiful places you've ever seen. There's slot canyons there as well. You do want to be in relatively good shape, though, to be able to walk that canyon because there's a lot of climbing involved in some areas, and there's sand, and so
And a sturdy car.
yeah, it's a little hard. So
Okay, that's good to know.
but it's very lovely though, and also parking is kind of iffy because it's on sand as well. So you gotta have a good car.
Okay. Thanks.
Right.
Thank you, Terry and all of you amazing artists. This was delightful.
Great job,
Thank you
everybody.
very much.
Thank you.